Hey everybody, and welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be taking a look at, well, I was going to call it the brand new app, but it's kind of been out for a long time. Mimestream is a Gmail email app. It's a native Mac app, but only works with Gmail, and it's been in beta for like 3 years. I actually checked my old emails. I started using this in September of 2020, and it's been awesome since the start. I've been using it for free ever since. Basically, anyone could have gone here and signed up. But now it's available as a 1.0. There's a whole bunch of features here. You can check out their site, link in the description, obviously. But I'm just going to show you some of the things that make the app cool to me. We're also going to hit pricing first, because I know that's definitely going to give some people context as to what, how interested they're going to be. Basically, this is a subscription pricing, as most things are these days, and it's $5 per month or $50 per year. As of right now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but there is a coupon code LAUNCH, which I've already applied. That makes you save basically $20 on the first year. So it's $30 for the first year, then $50 after that. For full disclosure, this is what I paid for the app. I was able to get early access to the 1.0 release candidates, but I still had to buy the app. I still had to pay a subscription just like everybody else. So I'm not getting paid for this. I just happen to kind of know the developer and got a little early access to these last releases. But again, obviously, everything I say in this video is my opinion. So here is Mimestream, and you can kind of see it's, it looks familiar. It's a native Mac app. It's made by the guy who actually makes the app, also used to work at Apple on Apple Mail. So basically the pitch of this is, what if Apple Mail was faster, more reliable, better, just more integrated into Gmail specifically? And again, only works with Gmail. So if you don't use Gmail, you can close this video because it's not going to work with Outlook, Yahoo, whatever you've got. But let's take a look at some of the things that are cool. So first off, I mentioned it's fast, works seamlessly, syncs very nicely, is super reliable there, and that's super important to me. I can't show you that on video. You just kind of have to trust me. That's what I've experienced. But this integrates with Gmail. So what are some of the cool things you can do that other apps maybe don't let you do? First off, you can do filters. So I buy some Final Cut presets from Motion VFX sometimes, and that means I'm on their email list to basically get an email every day that says, hey, here's a sale on this specific one. And sometimes these are useful, but I kind of want them to skip just to my archive. So if I go ahead and right-click on this, I can say filter messages like these, and it's going to just default to who sent it, but I could add a subject thing, but all their subject lines are different. You can just, do these couple different filters, and then what do you want to do? So these are the things that Gmail offers. I can archive it, mark it as read, star it, apply a label, all these things. So I'm going to say archive, just skip the inbox, archive it, and it's going to give you, just like Gmail would, it's previewing you. Here's the emails that I found that match what you said, and you can see they do send a lot of emails, but I can also apply it to these old messages. So let's do that so it hits the one that's in my inbox. Let's create the filter. It's creating the filter on your Gmail account, and that's an important thing. If I actually go into the app settings and go to filters, I can actually choose from my accounts I'm logged into and see these filters, and I can edit them. And again, if I go to the Gmail web interface, they'll be there too. So it's not just a Mimestream thing, it's actually something on my Gmail account, which I haven't seen any other apps do. But that's not it, of course. It also has connectivity with Google Calendar. So this is a calendar invite that I received for myself, but basically I can see here's my calendar for the day, when the event is, all the details, and I can reply yes, maybe, no. Let's say yes, there we go, and it's sent the approval to the person who sent the invite. So Google Calendar stuff works great. And you can actually see there it is. I just accepted the invitation. The next thing for Gmail stuff, we can go back into the settings, and if I go to my accounts page, you can see all the accounts I'm logged into, but over here, there's a vacation section. And so if I go into vacation, I can enable vacation responders. I can turn it on with a start date, end date, custom subject and body if I want. I can only send it to people on my Google Contacts account. I can only send it to people on my current domain. But yeah, very, very nice to be able to do this. And again, it's a Gmail server-side thing, so it's not just in Mimestream. Your Mac doesn't have to be on for these to send. It's going to happen just on your Gmail account. So really, really cool to see that. Again, I think I haven't seen other apps do natively with Gmail. And let's just keep it going. There's a couple more things, right? If I go into general, there's keyboard shortcuts. So there's default ones that I think are fine, that are very Mac-like, very modern Mac-like. There's Apple Mail ones, so if you're used to Apple Mail shortcuts, which I think are insane and feel very 1980s because basically they are, but the Apple Mail shortcuts are here if you want them, if you're used to them. I use the Gmail ones, and that just means the normal things like C, creates a new message, R, replies, like all those things. So if you're used to Gmail shortcuts, if you're used to Apple Mail shortcuts, or if you want to use just something, whatever Mimestream thought was best, you can use any of those three. It would be kind of nice to be able to customize them completely like an app like Spark lets you do, but I'll take it. I'm used to the Gmail ones, so this works great for me. Okay, but let's move on to some of the more Mac-like stuff, right? All the Gmail stuff, you can just do that in the web interface, and it's nice to have them in this app. But what are the things that make it Mac-y? Again, I mentioned the speed and everything, but also it works with some of Apple's built-in systems. So there are different profiles. You can see I have a personal profile and a work profile, and these are different inboxes, different accounts. So if I go into the app settings, go into accounts, again, I kind of have to blur a ton of this because this is my actual email, but I basically have my personal accounts and then my A Better Computer one, and my A Better Computer one is marked as work. And you can actually create more profiles if you want. You can create a new one with a custom color, custom icon, or any emoji, whatever you want. We're actually not going to do that, but yeah, you can create different profiles, assign different accounts to those profiles, and you can separate things out. Now, let's say I am, during the workday, I don't want to see email notifications for my personal accounts. I just want to see them for work. Well, let's go into System Settings, go into Focus Mode, and I've got a work profile set here. So it's basically empty right now, but I can create a focus filter. So add a filter, Mimestream shows up on the list. Here we go. And we are going to do, when I'm at work in the work profile, enable the work profile in Mimestream. Add it, done. And now if I go ahead and switch my focus mode to work, you'll see my personal account is now silenced. So I still see it and the app doesn't like switch to the view automatically for me, but it does silence those notifications until I leave this focus mode. So again, if I go up here and change it, keep an eye out for that little moon icon. When I click, it disappears and we go back to seeing all the things I would normally see. So it works with focus filters, which is not the most common thing in Mac apps or iPhone or iPad apps even. So it's cool to see it in Mimestream. And yeah, I mean, there is some more stuff. If I go into the system or the app settings, there's templates you can create. So I have like a thanks for reaching out example here with some variables. So if I show the variables, you can see there's variables for like address and name of who is receiving the email, who you are, message info, dates, and like custom variables. So for example, if I wanted to reply to, we'll say this one, let's hit R to reply. Let's do this. Thanks for reaching out. And there you go. So the name was pulled in, the message or the subject line was here, the date, all this stuff. So some stuff with templates. I don't use these really myself, but they're a cool thing to have. Another thing that's, and I can close my system settings here. Another thing that's cool to have is in the labs, you can actually turn on client-side snoozing. So they comment here that the Gmail API doesn't support snoozing, but you can, if you go into the labs page, turn that on, and then you can snooze till this evening, for example. And there you go. I've snoozed this email. It'll pop up again. But this is the one thing I've mentioned so far that you do have to have Mimestream open for it to actually happen, or at least running some way, because that's happening locally in the app, not on the Gmail side. It's not using Gmail snooze. Hopefully that's a thing Google can address in the future. So again, there's more to the app. You can check out their kind of main page to see all the features, but I wanted to show you some of the things that I really like about the app today. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.